That same discipline that you apply in a virtual world.
And they're taking fire through the tree line.
Taking fire! In real life.
I'm a very competitive person, and I feel like I've been in my comfort zone for some time, so this is a really unique.
Well, the Marine Corps, here we go again with the advertising, recruiting. They're going to snatch up some gamers, train them up PT-wise, put them into some CQB drills, team against team stuff. Let's see how it goes.
Experience. I'm looking forward to whatever surprises.
Greetings, the War Owl greets you.
I find this an absolute honor for me to be on this project with the Marines. I mean, this is a dream. I could be like a real-life video game character.
Well, it's kind of the dream if the Marine Corps is paying you to do marketing piece. Bravo for Melanie Mac Gamer. You know, all the military is going towards gamers. Now, when we get into this, you tell me who you think is going to be the hardcore mofo in training. We got a few more to go. Let's keep her moving.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Melanie Mac, here for another video.
I'm the kind of person who likes to be prepared for everything. I like to know. I feel like knowledge is power. So of course I was nervous heading into this.
Hey there, friends, and welcome back to Strange Rebel Gaming.
Everyone thinks I'm going to excel past them. I don't know.
What's up, guys? Chaos here. Hopefully you guys have a majestic day so far.
Well, the first part, we're going to see their PT readiness. Then we're going to get into some badass kicking in doors and blowing charges. Who do you think's going to prevail? Well, common sense dictates I'm going to pick the male. They're going to be better at PT generally. I think the slender guy here, dark green fella, is going to be better. I have not watched the whole thing. Did cut it down for your benefit because it was long and boring.
My name is Sergeant DeMars. This is Sergeant Samuel. We're going to be your mentor throughout inside the battle. In the virtual community, you're known for your gaming skills, but when you get pushed to your limits physically and mentally, will you be able to keep thriving and push through, or will you give into that pressure? Your first event is going to be that initial...
Oh boy here, the closest to me needs to fix his cover. It's supposed to be like this, right? He's got like the chillax cover working. Surprised he didn't get a what for from his first sergeant.
Test. In this test, you'll go through a run, plank, as well as pull-ups or push-ups. This is going to be just your baseline to get you ready for the upcoming challenges that you'll face.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
It's time to get fit.
The Marine Corps is a strategic force able to adapt and overcome any type of obstacle.
To do that, you not only need to be mentally tough, but you also need to be physically tough.
Begin.
I don't want me to go.
You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it.
I can do one of this.
You got it.
So far, the dark green fella's done the best. Wasn't a shocker. Women typically can't do pull-ups. Seen a few. They used to just do a dead hang or a hang or something. I don't remember what it was. But you know, that's an issue right off the bat. So far, the dark green fella looks like he's in some kind of shape pull-up wise. Push-ups.
Let's go dig deep.
Yeah, dig it.
I think this is going to be a good opportunity for me to learn.
You're going to progress, get better, and you'll look back and be like, wow, that's a big change.
Good job. 30 seconds.
All right, you got this.
Keep fighting.
You're doing good.
Find that heart.
I focused on a tiny little rock and I was like, I am not going to fall.
45 seconds.
I kept trying to tell myself in my head, push through it. It's just mental.
Here we go.
Maybe 45 seconds.
Come on.
2 minutes.
2 minutes in. All right.
Oh.
This is your third challenge. It's going to be a 1.5 mile run. You're going to complete 7 laps.
You know, the crazy part, we're getting into the good stuff. Just stand by. Crazy part is runs are always the thing to get people. If there's a swim, that'd probably get them first. But the runs, people think they're in shape, you know, Soul Cycle, Lululemon pants, and they realize, okay, running kind of sucks. Elevation sucks more. And I'm not in shape. And running a 6-minute mile, you know, to get the 18-minute 3 mile to get the first class PFT, not an easy feat for most guys, especially if they're just gym rats.
I didn't realize the course was going to be this rocky, up and down, difficult terrain.
Hills going up, you got hills going down, you've got different texture ground than a smooth treadmill.
Do not give in.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's not a treadmill, young lady. That's one thing it's not. These PT courses, you know, you get out, if you're not used to it, it looks like they're probably in Pendleton somewhere, humping up some little tiny hills, a little elevation. It will get you.
This is a baseline, right? Only a baseline. Let's go. You will improve within the next several months. There you go. Good job.
I almost collapsed.
Once you have battle buddies, You got your guy to your left and right that keeps you motivated, keep you going.
I finally did it, and I felt great.
All right.
My name's Master Benz.
All right, so the status. They've had a few months to get in better shape. That was the beginning. Now they're at Quantico. They're going to run some sort of CQB pretend op course. I don't even know what it's called. You guys know familiar with this course? Let me know.
I'd like to welcome you to Marine Corps Base Quantico. You all were selected and chosen because of the strategic thought process that you demonstrate as professional gamers. That was the price of entry. I don't care how in shape you are today. It's too late. For the next 3 days, there's some battles you're going to have to fight and overcome. Fear, doubt, hesitation. You do not stop until the mission that you are assigned is complete.
What have I gotten myself into?
At the end of the week, we're going to pit one team against the other to see if you can continue to exercise that same discipline that you apply.
All right, so which team do you pick? The one on the right side of the screen, the left side. Go back a few seconds, take your pick. I can tell you this will be the fun stuff till they throw a flashbang in, make it at night, make it hot, cold, rainy, whatever, then it's not as fun.
In a virtual world, in real life. If you're ready to start, let's get going.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How we doing? This is the part I've been looking forward to, right? You can actually shoot guns. The only way to shoot fast is how fast you can see your sights. So what we want to do is keep everything straight and natural.
I am really impressed with the instructors. They were able to really quickly get us all up to speed and teach us how these work.
See Gomer Pyle there. Well, the instructors are good, especially for people who listen and don't have any bad habits. They will get you dialed in. You know, they've got it dumbed down so much for average grunt that they know how to instruct these guys, in particular, if they don't have bad habits and listen. So that part of the Marine Corps, the military in general, is pretty amazing at getting marksmanship skills, let me say that, to a minimum level fast.
You gotta be kidding me. That's like picture perfect.
We see a bunch of mock-up buildings. Oh boy, what is going on here?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be talking about kicking some doors and actually making entry into buildings. Now, this is a very loud, very aggressive process.
I'm worried about breaking my ankle.
And then you flow over.
Left side.
I think they have to yuck it up for the camera like, I'm worried about breaking my ankle. I don't really believe that she would have said that. What do you guys think? Do you think they yuck it up? You know, they try to play their character on Twitch or try to put themselves in a position different than reality? Who would worry about breaking their ankle kicking a door?
Stairway clear.
Holding stairs.
See how this is right now? This is perfect. If we pause there, first two Marines' rifles are crossed.
A lot of the room clearing and a lot of the movements and stuff, I recognized ideas that I've seen before in competitive gaming.
So now it's time to make action. Conduct that reconnaissance, establish isolation.
One enemy spotted, bottom floor!
Establish that suppression.
Begin suppression! Fight out, fight out, fight out!
And then ultimately securing a foothold and taking the objective.
Objective building clear!
There's this mind-breaking moment where we're actually pointing guns at people.
Like, are we actually firing this?
Yeah.
Yes. This is actual lives.
Well, it's not actually live rounds, it's just blanks. I hope they get the pleasure of cleaning this weapon after blanks. That would take them hours. That would be fun to watch, as much fun as this. Yeah, they're going to be pointing weapons at each other, right? They do it in video games all the time. It's no different. I don't know if they've got some sort of Miles gear, whatever it's called now, where it hits the person. Maybe they got a ringer that goes off. They got something on the front there, probably. This is part of the gig, right? You go into this knowing the Marines do a job. It's usually to break things and kill people. That's the job, right?
There's no turning back.
The gear is really heavy. And even though I practiced running, it's not the same as when you're terrified for your life.
To counter our attack,
Which one of y'all is taking charge for the defense?
With any actions, I feel like you need a leader.
You're telling these Marines?
Yeah, you have to have someone out of this bunch become a leader, because you'll get a bunch of people like communists, like you do this, you do this, you do this, but it doesn't work that way. One person will pull the weight, one person will stand around staring at them. You got to have somebody take charge. This young Lance Corporal training them, what I can see of the chevrons, will know more than these guys know, and he's probably been in a couple years, right? They teach you a lot. You learn pretty quick. You do it over and over and over.
Where they're setting
Okay.
Melanie Mack, she goes straight in.
I want 2 people covering this choke point right here. Your focus is that door.
We have one suppression team, one
Well, Melanie Mack seems pretty locked on. I like her just direct. I want 2 people focusing on this choke point. That's your job. You know, that's the way you talk to people when you just got to get your point across. You don't want to say, well, maybe who wants to do it? You two? Oh, no, I don't want to do it. I got a scratch on my back of my ass I need to attend to.
So we'll isolate this position, move up to the wall, and I want to go in right here.
We're talking about the avenues of approach, right? So you want those 2 sides to be covered at all times?
There's an enemy on the 2nd floor.
They're taking fire through the tree line.
Taking fire!
Right side window.
And watch the back side of the building!
Well, they haven't taught them everything. You know, you never want to stick the front of your rifle, the muzzle of your rifle out a window, right? Because they can see the flash. If it's inside the building, be a better idea. Just little stuff. Now, does it really matter for this? Of course not. But you're trying to not be seen when you're cracking off rounds at somebody. You're not being a Chris Kyle sniper here, but you know, you don't want your muzzle of your rifle hanging out the window if possible. Try to avoid that kind of shit.
You're dead.
Bounty, they're right across the road from us! Tom, second story! Take a story!
Hey, hold. Back up.
I'm jammed right now.
I want you to breach this door. Now. You go in first, I'm going right after you. All right, it's you and me. Let's move now.
They look pretty squared away. I don't know how much training they did to get here. But they're following directions. You know, looking now, they don't look like total clueless turds. They look like they've got some skills. Now, with the gaming help, with the COD help, probably, you know, these high-level gamers have paid attention to some things. You know, how to clear a room. If 2 guys are coming in, 1 guy goes left, 1 guy goes right, sweeping, you know, all that kind of stuff. I would think it wouldn't hurt, especially if you just listen to what they tell you. That's the part I keep saying over and over. They're going to give you enough training to keep you from being a total buffoon, because they're trying to market this to you guys, right?
Hey, ceasefire!
So our defensive plan worked. We declared that we were the winners.
All right, so it looks like the team I thought, the Dark Green Man and Melanie Mack, I think her name is, she seemed pretty squared away. When she gave some direction to the rest of her team, she was clear. And that's what will happen, say you get into boot camp, or you're in your own fire team. Somebody may take leadership, ownership of it, and they're not in charge. They're just a better leader. They're more direct, they think quicker, and that just happens. It's part of life. You see that in the civilian world.
It went really well.
Melanie's really good. She did what she needed to do.
I killed Laurel.
That was pretty intense. I was being a little frantic there, which is not good.
We need control of this building. We're going back and getting in the door.
We gotta start flowing bodies into that building.
I know you probably felt it there yourself.
There's something about volume, right? Like bringing your voice up. Now, I've seen guys with volume but have little mousy voices. But, you know, it helps to have a presence in your voice. Volume like, hey, devil dogs, or hey, gamer dogs, we're going to kick this door, we're going to do this, do that. Now, it could be a bad plan, but sometimes you just got to make a plan, right? Just like in the game. Things are happening. You got to move. You can't just sit there and go, well, let's debate it. Let's talk. Let's have a vote. That's not going to work.
Steinbrook, alone and unafraid.
You all were around this corner. We couldn't see you. We couldn't help you. And I just felt helpless.
So next time, maybe we have a more deliberate plan.
Here's the thing about being a squad leader, right? You want to place yourself in the point of most friction.
Chaos, he's very calm, collected. Under moments of pressure, you know that he's not going to freak out.
So we're starting here. Our objective is see.
Well, it wouldn't necessarily be a moment of pressure, but it is pretty intense. You're being filmed. Loud noises are going bang. You got some young devil dogs pushing you through a door. Do this, do that. They're probably being pretty nicer than they would be in training. But it looks like these gamers are taking it seriously, and this is a pretty good thing I think for the Marine Corps, you guys tell me, gamer types in the audience, does this get you motivated? Does this make a connection between you and the Marine Corps? You know, to make you want to join the Marine Corps?
3.
We've got these 2 buildings to control. If they do take this smaller building first, I feel like this is a perfect funnel. We're barricading this door.
Okay, you two definitely assault, so where do you want the rest of us?
You guys can go behind C39.
You know, we used to play Capture the Flag, or War we called it, all sorts of different things. And all of that stuff do you think about naturally as a kid, almost like Airsoft Milsim. You think about, okay, we want to funnel somebody in. We want to keep the number of exits and entrances down. You know, things that you think about as a child are effective. But sometimes what you thought about is a failure, right? Epic fail. You'll learn pretty quickly in training. And then you got to think, too, the enemy's thinking, or the person you're playing against, about what you're thinking about, so they're trying to counter it. So is it like the underwater 3D Super Hippo chess? I don't know.
Enemy spotted, south side.
Press.
Go, 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 go. Crossing courtyard.
Support, move!
All right, let's get people through this window.
Take it heavy fire! By window!
Now you saw 2 men there, dark green guy and the other guy, the way they were holding the rifles. Obviously, if you're just kind of holding it casually, the likelihood of you hitting something, now you're just trying to get suppressive fire down, so you're really not trying to take sharpshooter type shots, right? But you want to hold the weapon right, so hopefully you can aim it, just aiming the muzzle, because you're not going to look through the scope, but you're not going to have time for all that. But aim it close enough to hit something. So the one guy really had a locked on stance and grip. Good to go. The guy was kind of casually wielding the weapon, probably not going to hit shit, but again, realistically, just cover fire.
Who's hit? Chaos is down, Chaos is down!
Now, you come here. You're a part of the assault now.
Go! The enemy's breaching!
Little building! The building's falling back!
Go across!
One thing I will say I've noticed, you guys comment who do airsoft, I noticed they're communicating pretty well, you know. It's not as loud in the building as it would be if everything was shut up. You got a lot of concussion coming off the rounds being fired, maybe a flashbang. It's hard to hear. So they're doing a pretty good job, though, communicating what I can see here. I like it.
Melanie, you got the fight. Get in there. Ceasefire.
Good work. Oh, that's great.
That's good news!
With units and everyone in there down the first level, that's probably fairly realistic of what's going to happen.
I just happened to get hit. I didn't take cover at the right time.
There's no respawn points in real life.
It was sad seeing him.
Well, it's true. There is no respawn points. The reality, too, like in the games where a guy gets hit, say, in their body armor, they keep moving. You get hit with the body armor at close range with a 7.62, you know, with a pistol. You're not going to just be running. Most people aren't John Rambo, Captain Phillips. It takes a little bit more to it than that. You get whacked one time, it's going to set you back.
But I knew we had to keep going.
We've got one more chance with Strange Rebel Gaming.
You want to keep the same teams?
I think so.
All right.
You guys ready to do it?
Ready.
We're going to 48.
I'm going to provide suppression fire.
Chaos is down.
I think the good part about this is, you know, they're kind of running the same course every time. Now think about in the real life, you're not running the same course. You may have a picture aerial of the buildings, but inside could be completely different, every one of them. And the setup, doors, kids, ancillary things, where you can throw a flashbang in or a charge, that door kicks back and all of a sudden a wife, a woman and children are dead. All these other things that come into play, they don't have to worry about. You do something, somebody gets hurt who's a good guy, next thing you know you're getting burned. That level can put a different type of stress on folks, worrying about the rules of engagement.
We're coming! Get inside! Hey, we're taking heavy fire! We're pinned down!
There's one around the corner on the landing.
What do you think of this tool as a recruiting tool? I think from looking at it, compared to some of the other military training, recruiting things they put out with gamers. They did a good job. They definitely were taking direction. Don't know anything about these gamers. Thanks for watching.